Sorry, I had trouble downloading Lee Rigby's photo. I'm going to start now. Let's do a tribute song to him.
The road is long, with many a winding turn that leads us to who knows where, But I'm strong enough to carry him. He ain't heavy, he's my brother. So on we go. His welfare is my concern. No burden is he to bear. We'll get there. For I know he would not encumber me. He ain't heavy, he's my brother. If I'm later at all, I'm later with sadness, but everyone's heart isn't filled with the gladness of love for one another. It's a long, long road from which there is no return. While we're on the way to there, why not share? And the Lord doesn't weigh me down at all. Oh, he ain't heavy, he's my brother. 'Cause he ain't heavy, 'cause he's my brother. Oh yeah, 'cause he ain't heavy, yeah, 'cause he's my brother. Don't you know that he ain't heavy? Oh, 'cause he's my brother, yeah, 'cause he ain't heavy, oh, 'cause he's my brother.
All right, God bless Lee Rigby. I am going to remain calm a little bit because I am sick and tired with certain people's rhetoric. And the ones who always speak out against our troops who fought for this country and that, go and fuck yourselves. God bless Lee Rigby. And God bless his family. And I think people should realise when they keep going on what's happened in this country. Yeah. You really have. Before you start going on about people and people saying this and the British have done this, no, fuck off. Yeah. You live in this country. Yeah. Don't like it. Do go.
Hello.
Hiya.
Hello.
So,
Rest
Lee
in
Rigby.
peace, Rigby. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
because it's 11 years today, isn't it?
it is. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, and I thought no one hasn't done anything on him.
Oh,
Yeah.
they did. There was a like a memorial march yesterday.
Yeah. That was done today as well, wasn't there? Yeah, I know
Oh,
that.
okay.
I'm not about
Okay.
the press or anything. I haven't seen.
Oh no, they
Then
won't.
again,
Don't be silly.
another one hasn't even like acknowledged it, and
Yeah, well, they won't. It's white Christians, so they won't want to know, will they?
I'm
There's no bandwagon. There's no bandwagon to jump on.
and I'm not going to bow down for what I say. That's my belief.
No, fuck them. I'm fed up with treading on fucking eggshells.
Yeah,
It doesn't matter what you say,
yeah.
they're going to carry on with their silliness. So, you know,
Yeah.
I'm not being downtrodden and told what I can and can't think. You know, that's so 1984.
Oh, I'm not. I'm just not doing it. Something tragic's happened in this country. No,
Yeah.
it's got to be remembered. Like with Chris Donald and everything. No, it's not a race
Yeah.
thing from you. It's just hypocrisy. Yeah. And for the
Yeah.
mouth of Afghan who said he fought against the Hamas or the Taliban. Well, you've
Oh, I
got
don't know.
one-
I don't know who that is.
So I think to myself, well, you can go and fuck yourself, mate. I'm not going to be intimidated by your trolling, mate. I've got my view.
He fought for the Taliban, did he say?
He fought against the Taliban, he said.
Oh, against.
Yeah,
Okay. Oh, well, big up him.
Hi, Lodge.
Yeah.
No, he's bollocks in it, and he'll go on
Oh,
about
okay.
the Jews, yeah. It's all bollocks.
Hey,
it's all
Lodge.
trolling. And, yeah, it's about time. And I just thought to myself, yeah, no, well, big up, Ellie, for welcoming us. And it took a lot for me to come on. But thank you. I do appreciate it.
Oh, yeah. That was
I
good
do
news.
appreciate it. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm really glad you went over, Easy. That was nice. You got a warm welcome.
Do you know what? I'm not even fanatical over Israel at all, but I will speak what is right, yeah, and I will be fair what is right about things, yeah. You know, it's not just, you know, it takes two, and I'm afraid, you know, and
Yeah, I think it's kind of past its sell-by date now. I mean, ugh.
I don't know really because I think there's a lot to cover. Yeah, because
There kind of is, Easy, but no matter what, hey Ichabod,
Owen
no
Cabot, hello,
no
mate.
matter what, no one sitting on YouTube is going to change anything. Rangers and the fans remember Lee
Oh,
Rigby
right. I'll tell you
every
what.
year and throughout the year with
Rangers
players
are
arranging a
amazing.
game. Oh,
There, I tell you what. When he got murdered, they had a friendly at Sheffield Wednesday, and they had about 18,000 fans there, even more. And when they were sit in the stands, they had the St George's flag with Lee Rigby all over the place. The Rangers fans, the Rangers fans are amazing. They are amazing. Yeah. I'm never, you know, them fans, honestly, they always put out a show for him. And maybe that will be for something else.
I've been Celtic for years, so
well, they sing about Lee Rigby stuff.
yeah, I heard some pretty
Yeah.
bad stuff that over the last couple of years, which you're like, why are you doing that?
Yeah, really.
All sorts of stuff.
Saying all Celtic fans are like it, but every time I've come across them, they've been a little
But
bit.
the Rangers were also celebrating the death of that. He was a manager of a football team, and his daughter was murdered on her wedding eve of her wedding.
Yeah.
And they were, so this
It's just
behaviour kind of goes on. It's all terrible.
There's a lot of Celtic fans I've spoken to. They don't believe in all that crap. To be fair.
Yeah, I mean, I certainly don't. I think it's appalling.
But that's when the political people. Yeah. But Ichabod will know more. He's been to more Old Firm derbies, and yeah. I still got that photo when Tommy Robertson knocked out that Celtic fan.
Did he? Oh.
Yeah, he was in Sunderland, and they all came in rushing in the shop he was in, and they were starting attacking kids in there, and Tommy Robertson hit one of them on the floor and put the Union Jack pillow under his head. Yeah, some mindless morons thinking it was, morons, and yeah. But this Celtic, I've been to one Celtic and Rangers fan game. It's fucking naughty, actually. But yeah, a lot of Rangers fans support England, as well. Every time I've gone over there abroad and the hooligans are over there, you've got Scottish Rangers fans coming with the English fans.
Yeah.
And Liverpool they say they're not English, they're Liverpoolian. Yeah. No football fans, Angels, Ichabod. No what I'm saying. But right, I played yesterday the general of Hamas' son speaking out against his dad. People are saying, "Oh, it's fake." No. See what I can find. Here we go. How long is this one? Right, this one, Moon. This is a guy who's gone against his dad, who's a Hamas general.
Oh, okay.
And you listen to what they've got to say. And these are the kind of videos I want to show them. Believe it, I'm over there, actually. And now, people have got to understand, it's not about the people, it's the terrorists I am against. People don't seem to realise. But they have their agendas. I don't listen.
And on behalf of the innocent.
Okay.
But I am not sure about their real intention. But today I can speak on the authority
Can you hear that, man?
of a Palestinian child.
Yes.
Someone grew up in that culture. Hamas' first crime is not arming them or encouraging them to carry suicide bombing attacks. It's the religious, ideological indoctrination that I had to go through.
So you hear what he said then?
Mm-hmm.
With one intention in mind, to annihilate the state of Israel. This is Hamas primary
It's cutting out.
in this truth firsthand witness on Hamas and their intention. My father is one of the founders of Hamas movement. I was there when Hamas was born. I was before Hamas was born. And as I said before,
and I don't know if you want me to go all through the half hour, but this guy is speaking out all of that. He is speaking out against his dad, who's one of the top generals of Hamas. Yeah.
Oh,
This is one of the sons who just couldn't take the argument, how the things were going from there. And this is what I'm talking about, right? People think I'm doing it because I hate. The truth has got to be out. When we've got people on the streets supporting them, they just don't know what they're supporting. Yeah, and I just think it's bloody dangerous.
yeah, but I don't hate either side.
No,
And there's the difference.
exactly.
You know, there's a lot of hatred on their side against Israel, but I don't hate Palestinians. I don't even know any Palestinians. I've never been to Palestine. I've never been to Israel. Obviously, I know Jewish people, but there's just this very big difference
Exactly.
between supporting terrorists and supporting civilians. So I hope everyone supports civilians.
Do you know what?
Terrorists?
Do you know any Muslims have gone over to be in solidarity with the Jews to have peace? I haven't seen one Jew attacking none of them, not once. Not
Yeah,
once.
but there's also Christians. I don't know if they've moved out now, but certainly up until this war, there's Christians living in Palestine as well.
Of course there is. Yeah.
Quite happily.
Even Jews are as well. Yeah. So
Yeah.
they've got this false apartheid. It bollocks, it's apartheid. You don't see no separate toilets for blah blah blah. When I was over there, I saw Muslims and Jews shopping in the same supermarket. Tell me if that would happen in Iran or Iraq. Never, mate. Never. It's all a false narrative. Paid fucking agitated. Let's see what else he says.
I am not a part of propaganda. I don't work for nobody. I only represent myself. And on this authority, I speak. So don't be mistaken. And take my words very carefully. Hamas is committing a crime against this generation and the next generations to come. So blaming Israel is not going to solve the problem. Imagine a 10-year-old child. When I disobeyed Hamas, I was tied up to a post and I was whipped by Hamas top leader. And I don't want to mention his name because he's not worthy. With the electric cable. Every lash, I lost my breath. Until I lost my consciousness. My father was in prison at that time. And this leader thought that he was my mentor. This is Hamas discipline. This is how they wanted me to be. To become a violent savage like them. It wasn't. But I had still to go to the mosque to please my mother and please my father and obey this type of monsters. I hate to talk about my personal struggle. And I hate to be in a position to be at defense. He also don't like to be at defense. Because this is what Hamas did to Israel on October 7th. They put all of us at defense. Blamed Israel. And as a child, I took it as a Quran. I took it as a holy scripture. That is
No, doing this. Or do you think he's well protected?
I think if it's legitimate, he's very brave.
Yeah, it's legitimate. He's had too many. He's been talking on too many shows.
Okay.
Loads of shows. But I won't play all of it because it gets a bit boring listening, doesn't it? But that is a bit of that, and this is what I'm driving at, right? People are not. He feels oppressed by it, but he's lucky because he's from a wealthy family.
Yeah.
But that's what he's trying to say, and that's what I'm trying to get through to people. Yeah, you can say, "Oh, Jews are doing all this," but no, it's like. But really, we need to start speaking about this country and what's happening. So, Brighton have got their first Muslim mayor.
I know, I had to laugh. Turkey's voting for Christmas again.
And I thought to myself, do you know what? Unless he's a moderate Muslim, I don't know much about him, but consider it's the biggest gay community in Europe. He's the fucking mayor of it. I just thought, no way they voted him in. He got put in there. They paid money to put him in there.
Well, we've got a general election then on the 4th of July.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which, well, who do you vote for? I mean, that's how bad it's got. I reckon many people won't even bother to vote. I'm considering not bothering either.
Well, we all know Labour's got to win, don't they? And we're fucked.
Yeah, but I've always been the first one to say, you know, you should have got out there and voted, and I've never not voted. So
it doesn't matter, Moon, how many
votes. I know
against him. That is corrupt.
Yeah, I know.
Secrets. Khan did again.
But the thing is, I've always said that attitude is why the wrong uns get into power. Right? I don't believe that everything is that corrupt and
I do.
That fixed. I just don't. I think it's a lack of energy from the people that they didn't bother to go and vote against Sadiq Khan.
No, it's money men for me. No, having Khan going back in for the full term considering what's been happening in London. No, it's money.
Yeah, but 60% of people didn't turn out.
So they say. I don't believe that. I don't believe it. It's propaganda. Yeah. Honestly, I don't believe it, Moon. People were so strongly for him to be get out in London. Even his own community wanted him out. I just don't.
But they should get rid of all these mayors anyway. I don't know why mayors are still installed in towns.
I don't think we need mayors. No.
No, I don't.
No.
They're just another tax burden.
Yeah. Unless, it just Look, what's the point having an independent? There's been 2 independent ones that have gone for the mayor thing and lost. Yeah.
Yeah, but the trouble with Khan is the power went to his head, and he thinks he's the prime minister. That's what happened.
Well, good that he will be one day. I'm telling you.
Nah.
Yeah, he will be. He will be.
Well, do you know, if that happens, you've only got people to blame for not going out and voting, which is, this is the tough bit. You know, I'm not going to, I thought, what's the point? What's the point? What's the point? But there has to be a point. They're all a fucking disaster.
Yeah, because they feel like our vote's not being considered.
I think for me, Easy, it's looking on all of them and seeing that the money that they rake in and they rip people off, and we have homeless people on the streets, and then you've got this fucking tart in Labour who's bought 2 council houses.
Yes.
She's under investigation.
Yeah.
You know, there's all the financial fiddling and of councils, and you know, where there's money, there's just corruption and shit, and it's the everyday person, the working class, who are footing the bill. You can guarantee that we will foot the bill for this water problem. Guaranteed. Yeah. Because do you know what? They're more interested and worried about the fucking shareholders and the fact that people are drinking shit.
Yeah, well...
Oh, what about the shareholders? Well, what about them? Fuck off then. You're lost. Get out.
See, I pay for 2 companies for my water bill.
Do you?
Yep,
wow.
2 companies. Southern Water and Portsmouth Water. Because even I live in Sussex, it's a Portsmouth postcode.
Do you know, and I could be wrong, but I'm sure that somebody way back on Facebook did a video about the water companies and the fact that they employ a Chinese company to collect the money.
Yeah.
And you're paying for that as well. I am sure of that.
Yeah. Because
and I could be wrong, but it might have been Chrissy Morris, you know.
Mine's one's for sewage and one's for the water. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it caught me out when I first heard, because I didn't know I had to pay to 2. Yeah. It caught me out. But obviously I paid it. But yeah. I did hear someone say today they blame the Jews for the water.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got weather warnings. Must be fucking Israel's fault.
Have we got weather warnings?
I have had, yeah.
What for?
Rain and storms. Possible flooding.
Mind you, it's getting a little bit humid, to be fair.
You know, we had 2 days were absolutely glorious, and then it's gone back crap. But I think we were getting the results of the solar flares, weren't we?
Because it's bank holiday this weekend, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. But yeah, Lodge, you know, it's always the way, isn't it? You know, fuck everyone else. What about the shareholders? What about the money men? What about the rich pigs?
Yeah.
And that's just what I don't like. It's not a fair system. It is us and them.
Oh, definitely. And people are not realising, isn't it? Yeah.
Mm. Hey, Chantel. Hello, love.
Up, if you want. Come up. Come up, you loon ball.
Come and have a natter. General election in July, Chantal.
I'll let the nutters on today.
Chantal's not an. Oh, well, yeah. She does say she's crazy.
She is fucking crazy.
Aren't we all? Aren't we all? Fucking hell.
So, back on the old channel Saturday.
Oh, are you?
Alexander on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So did you ask Belly about having Alexander on?
I told him I said, you've got to listen. I sent you a video for email. I said, why don't you do
Okay.
yeah, I'm very busy, innit? But I
How's
said,
my mic?
Oh, not as bad as it normally is. At least it's not crackling.
All right. I just
reckon-
thought this nutty, crazy, attention-seeking bitch just thought she would come and spread some love and say,
good.
hope you both well. It's good
Oh,
to hear
thank
both.
you,
How's
love.
Jay?
Thank you. Did Jay enjoy his
Jay's
birthday?
good. Yeah,
When was his
He
birthday?
did, thank you very much, mate.
In the week.
10th of
Oh.
May. I forgot to get him a birthday.
Mine was 8 days after. Yeah.
Yeah,
was
she
it?
forgot
What
his
date's yours,
cake.
Easy?
18th.
18th. Yeah, Moon made me feel guilty that I forgot the cake. But I did buy him a birthday card.
Oh, you're
But I
terrible.
bought the birthday
Sarah.
card. Didn't check the envelope, and kids must have been
no.
licking and sticking the envelopes in the shop. So I've had to come home, write the card out, put an elastic band with the envelope attached with the card to it. But he'd been looked after. I went and got him some beers, and he can only handle a few buds. But I did buy him a laptop for his birthday, a MacBook Pro, and he's got a new car as well. So that's
so he can download some pictures of cake then.
Is that
I wondered what you were going to say then, Moon. Downloading pictures. I thought, hang on a minute, I thought you were going to say you can download some pictures of me in my underwear.
Of cakes that he didn't get.
No, it's just.
Did you give him the tan one I sold you?
Eh?
Thanks for paying for that laptop you bought from me.
It's all right, Easy. Just keep it quiet, because if people find out I'm donating money again all over the internet, we'll have the whole fucking Zubida saga start again. Do you know what I mean? People find out that I've got money and I'm buying people cars and laptops. Eh?
Oh yeah, but you bought that laptop of me.
Easy.
I'm
not going to forgive you. I'm not going to forgive you for calling me a whore and saying that I've been asking for your picture, so you can shut up.
You have forgiven me.
Good job, I love you, really, innit?
You didn't.
Family
I didn't
of mine.
call you a whore.
We've all called each other
You
some really
did.
horrible, shitty things.
No, but Moon, I'll tell you now, Moon. If you ever want to get to me, the only thing you got to do, Moon, is either slag off my brain damage or call me old or a whore. That's the only thing, and you will see me go back to mental. Yeah.
No, I
lost the plot.
I always sympathise with that, because I got a brain injury a few years back, so I know what happens, and it can cause weird stuff.
Yeah, but
stress,
I'm bipolar as well. But if I'm a cow,
so have I.
I won't use my mental health card. If I'm just a bitch,
exactly.
But now I'm with you, Moon. I just want to say, when we're here, I genuinely, my darling, sent you that email to do with a certain person.
Ah, right.
Because
he
clicked onto you about the money. I knew he was going to weed his way and chat you up. And whether you like me or don't, I've only ever tried warning everyone.
No,
because
it wasn't that. It wasn't that. Do you know what was weird? This is so weird, right? Because we'd already emailed each other. Remember, you asked for a picture of the night incident.
Yes.
So we'd already spoke in emails, right?
Yes.
And then there was all this time later, and all that shit was going on. And I thought, I will just let somebody talk, right? Because I would never, ever be swapping emails with that person, ever.
Yes.
So I was already clued up with this
Yeah.
person. But
Yeah.
that doesn't mean that people can't message and warn me.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
when I see you ages and ages afterwards saying, well, I emailed Moon to warn her and she basically said fuck off. And I'm thinking,
Yeah.
no, that didn't happen. And I was talking to my mate and I said, but that didn't happen. And I thought, hang on, I am going to go and look. And your email was there in the fucking spam folder. So I never got that. But I mean, it's lucky it kind of is and isn't lucky. It's lucky I didn't need that because I already was on the ball. But from the other point, you probably thought I totally ignored you and wasn't taking advice, which wasn't the case. It literally went in the spam folder. So you only got that day that you mentioned it, and
The reason I emailed you is when all that stuff was going on with Chris and about the money and you lent him money, I knew straight away when he started chatting to you and looking at your photo, because I'll say it again, I'll be careful how I say it, that certain person used to enjoy himself over videos and pictures of Jupiter, okay? And I was trying to warn it. So when I'd even warned everyone and Minx had got involved with him, I was like, what is the matter with people? I'm not a woman scorned.
I know.
I'm trying to protect people that have never met this person in real life. And then when 7A Films had met him and he'd had money out of 7A Films and scammed him, did the same with Chrissy Morris. I'm like, am I just bashing my head on a brick wall? This ain't YouTube anymore. You got someone who's in major debt with money, grooming and wheedling his way into people with mental health problems or people he thinks are victims. Do you know what I mean? And I thought one day I will make this up with people. People don't have to like me or accept it. But for my peace of mind, no one has been to blame for that person that has caused so much shit and division. And I thought, so long as I say sorry and I genuinely mean it, and I've hurt and upset other people, I can't sleep at night. The only other person who knows that is Wendy. You know, Moon. I thought one day I will make it up with, like, easy. I'd come over here, my little bit of trolling would just always be hit the light and I'd leave before he even said anything about me, because we got on for years. But for me, the only division caused my problems has been that certain person.
100%.
I will talk
100%.
to anyone. I'm not going to sit and slag anymore or troll or be bitchy, because I've got my bad side mode. But do you know what I mean? I've seen so many people ripped apart on here and different alliances taken. It's still going on, and it shouldn't be like that. It should be a happy place where we can all, you know, we might be dysfunctional, but all come together, because we've all been through the lockdown together, and I don't like seeing people divided.
Yeah, and I mean, I knew what was going on. I absolutely knew what was going on. I've come across people like that, men like that, and I know exactly what they are.
No, do you know I haven't? He's the first one in my life.
Yeah, but I know people like that. I've known people like that. So I was very clued up about this person. So when they're saying they're coming on being all nice and, oh, you know, I've got a photo of you in a little dress and all this on, I'm like, oh, yeah. No, he ain't. But yeah, we'll see where this is going.
No, if he had any photos of you,
all
Moon,
of Charlotte's messages. Well, no, you're not. Because
Moon, all of you were dragged into it, and I'll see the division between like you and Apple Charlotte. But I remember, I think I heard you say, even though you'd fallen out, Apple Charlotte wasn't well, and you wished her the best. And I knew you were genuine. And I thought people think Moon's playing a game, and I thought, no, Moon is being genuine. I know enough to sit back and see when people are being genuine or not. Yeah,
absolutely. And she really wasn't well, and people were just getting, it was just, I don't like to see all that. And it's awkward when you have an argument with somebody and they won't just fuck off and leave you alone. And that was what was happening. So I had my own, like, oh, for fuck's sake, just fuck off. But to see other shit. Like I'm seeing her being called bestiality nonce and things like that.
Yeah.
It's absolutely fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
you know, I'm always going to speak up. To say that she sent me children's pictures, no, she fucking didn't. I never said that. He wouldn't have it. He was going after her, and I said no. She didn't send children's fucking pictures for fuck's sake. And it was just round and round and round. This whole
And Moon, I need to apologise to you. I need to apologise to you because I don't know if you remember. Clippers put a video up of you ages ago, and out of your mouth, whether it had been edited or whatever, I'd made a comment underneath, like being shocked. I think you remember it was a clipping that had claimed you'd had kids' photos or everyone's photographs.
Oh no, they twisted
and
all
I
that.
made a comment, but I genuinely want to apologise because me, better than anyone, should know not to listen to others, you know, with what I've been through.
Yeah, don't worry. It was at the worst fucking time. I just lost my husband. The CSA thing had happened. There was every fucking troll available, just on and on and on. Then I'm getting messages that they've got all my kids' pictures and they're going on the fucking dark web and all this was going on. And of course, I'm responding, but in a fucking good way.
Well, I need to apologise to you as well about your husband, Moon. I don't remember what I'd said, if it was calm as a bitch.
No, I didn't see you.
A nasty comment. If I'd said anything, I've truly, from the bottom of my heart, apologise because I'm not that type of person. If I fall out with someone or have a row, I'll do it with the person. So from the bottom of my heart, Moon, whatever comment it was I made at the time you lost your husband, I'm very, very sorry.
Oh, thank you. But people took advantage of that, you know. And the thing is, I was still up trying to support people who were getting a bad time of it and not thinking, well, look, you are getting kicked in the teeth as well. And if people couldn't hear my frame of mind...
You weren't looking after you, Moon. From my opinion, you weren't looking after you. You were looking after others. You went through a traumatic time, and what you should have done is, with all of us on YouTube, is fuck the lot of you. I don't know you. I'm not friends with none of you. None of you affect my life. And looked after number one.
Yeah, totally. And I always felt that I had to go on and defend myself, and then it just makes things worse because things would get twisted and clipped and put onto other things and turned around, and it didn't matter what you said, it would be turned into something fucking repulsive. So you know, nobody wanted to make allowances for, I mean, fuck me, if people couldn't hear in my voice that I was fucking exhausted and at breaking
Well, you are
point.
funny, Moon, because now, to interrupt you, because my brain I will forget. You are funny because there was one time you'd gone on about me on a stream and I clipped it just because I was laughing so much because I was shocked. And you called me fucking nutter, and I was mental or something. I'm like, hang on a minute. Is she having a fucking laugh? She's admitted that she's got the same fucking problem as me and calling me mental. So that is why one of the reasons I changed my stream to The Only Way is Crazy Media. I'm going to own this. And I clicked it and I was like, Jay, she's having a laugh. And Jay was pissing himself laughing. Jay was absolutely pissing himself laughing. Because you lot think I'm nuts. You ain't got to live with me. You want to be glad. How he's made three
but do you know, though, Chantal, I think it takes one to know one.
Yeah, but Moon, people with bipolar are highly intelligent. You know that, and we're gifted.
Yeah.
You know,
but we also act very. I mean, I've got BPD as well, and so I know that. Like,
but Moon, has they give you the right diagnosis of BPD? Because BPD can also just fall under bipolar because there's bipolar 1, bipolar 2, and cyclomatic bipolar. Because they tried that years ago. Said I had BPD. They
diagnosed me with that, but also previous to that with I mean, I've always had depression. It's a thing that runs in the family. So, like, you know,
chemical imbalance. It's brain.
Yeah, but also
imbalance.
some shit stuff happens as well.
Trauma.
So it all, you know, but you know, with BPD, you do things and then you're just so, you just do things and you're like, oh, why did I fucking do that?
Yeah.
And a lot of the time it's too late to change it. We can't change it. You know, you can't take it back.
Moon. I've got something for you that I think might help if you want to look into it, okay? Don't say yes or no, but I'm now having a special therapy. Prince Harry's had it. It's called EMDR. It's for post-traumatic stress disorder and trauma.
I looked that up when you mentioned it the other day.
Moon, you need to ask your doctor or someone for it, okay? You got to push for it, but please ask for it. It is absolutely amazing. There's videos on YouTube. Long story short, at the moment I have, this sounds really wrong, I'm going to say it is, I'm having finger treatment, just wait for it, which is rapid eye movement, keep following the specialist finger, okay? And butterfly tapping. There's a video of Prince Harry on YouTube doing it, okay? Moon, please, you've got the same... you tap, you cross your arms on your chest and you tap your shoulders. Desensitization. Okay, ask for it. Moon, my God, the way it changes your life, how you think about things, how things are placed in the brain. If you got through everything so far, but there's a point in the brain it needs to be calm and silent, like with meditation. Please, Moon, look into EMDR. The reason I say it is because of the trauma of your husband, if nothing else.
Because you know, but I mean, I'm not look, I can say people were totally out of order. But I did, when that CP thing happened, I did come off of YouTube. I closed my channel, but I was still looking in and I was seeing other people being attacked. And of course, you know, I thought, but it did happen. Why are you calling these people liars? Well, it did fucking happen. And I've got my crime reference number. I have my evidence. And, you know, I feel the need to go on and call these people out because it was just monstrous.
Moon, did the police do nothing? Because I've not talked about this and I've not stuck my nose in or covered any of it. I've just heard, did the police fail to do their job?
Well, we left it with the police. We made our statement. They came and came to me. I don't know if they visited the other people. I assume they did. And I didn't hear anything. And it was around about, I think it was the July. I mean, it happened end of March. By July, I'm thinking, should we have heard something? Because I'm not one that likes to bother the police. So I thought, but I would like to know if anything's actually happening. So I put in a information form. And it came back and it said that the case, it was after the July, that was it, because when it came back, it said that it had been closed in the July.
Did they give a reason why it was closed?
So I thought, hang on a minute, you closed this case 2 weeks ago. You haven't told me. So I put in a complaint and against the Met Police, and of course you have to put in the officer that dealt with it and blah blah blah. I did all that. I get a phone call from her, and the W whatever she wasn't even a proper police officer. She was like a training. There's a word for it. I'd have to look the email up. There's a word for it. But anyway, she rings me and she said, I understand you're not very happy. I said, no, I'm not happy. So I said,
she shouldn't have contacted you if you'd made a complaint. What the fuck?
Well, she did, and it was her. And I said, well, apparently this case was closed 2 weeks ago and nobody's let any of us know. As far as I knew, nobody else knew either. So she said, oh, no, it's not. I said, yes, it is. I've got the email here in front of me because I put in a request as to what was happening, an update, and it was closed. She said, oh, well, in my files, it's still open. I said, well, it don't matter what's in your files. The case was closed 2 weeks ago. So
did you report her to professional, professional standards or something? That one.
What is it called?
Or is it the IOPC?
OPC, that's it.
Right. Well, do you know the top dog, the man, it was in the press and all over, if I get this right, and one of them linked with it, has actually been linked with paedophilia themselves and child sexual abuse?
Oh, my God.
So is it any wonder that we're not getting anywhere?
She then ended it by saying, well, look, I read out what it said. I said, it's saying they closed it due to lack of image evidence. I said, now that don't make sense to me, because what fucking images do you want? You're not going to get the actual image.
Yeah.
So I said, I screenshotted the user's username and their profile picture. I could fucking kick myself that I didn't grab the URL. I was shaking. I was like, what the fuck? I'm trying to report it. That was a fucking disaster. But, you're just in a horrible, horrible panic. And it shouldn't matter anyway, because they had the username. The police, when I reported it, Chantel, said to me that they were lucky because Discord were very good at handing information over. She said, we don't have to apply for warrants, so to speak, to get information. They're happy. They work with us very well. So I'm saying all this is copper. So what the fuck? What the fuck then? You're not going to get any other images.
None of it makes any fucking sense at all. Because I've mentioned on here a couple of times, I've now come out of it, other people have heard. YouTube search, if you can, in a minute, or have a look, Google, or maybe Easy could play it if you could do it for awareness. Look up the person Jay Lang, Jaylang. I don't know if Easy's there. I cut his mum off. I knew his mum. I've said it. And this person was nicked. It's the biggest case to do with paedophilia. So I don't know Easy, because you cover it, Easy, and you talk about protecting kids and, everything else. And what with this Discord and everyone running around paedophile, people need to know when this crosses your life and your path. The same as my daughter's, one of my daughter's ex-teachers was actually in prison for bestiality and Class A images. Somebody's husband I worked with, I've put the names out there before, got off on it with all the images he got. He didn't get arrested because he raised money for charity. These people have had name changes. Do you know what I mean? They're coming to my office. So when people are running around going about pedos and calling everyone else, I'm like, it needs to stop, because when you hear it and you personally had it affect your life, because you're saying about those images, Moon, I don't know if you've heard me say before, my daughter had police interview her with a historical case when she was at senior school. There was a group named after the school called the school's name Bait Ups, and I didn't know what Bait Ups meant. She's shown me. It was Snapchat. What they've done is, I didn't have Snapchat. I don't understand it. You get disappearing messages. So you can't apparently, have the photos. But what people have done, we're using other phones to screenshot these photos. And there were young girls at the time, 11, 12, 13, showing all their images of themselves to young boys. But the police found out it was actually a genuine paedophile over 30 years old. Nothing to do with anyone at the school that has set it up. I'd screenshot the image for the police. I told the police, I was in tears. They told me they could arrest me because I had basically downloaded underage. I said, hang on, I'm a mum who's trying to report this. I was in such a state that said, well, look, we understand it, but we're just telling you, we're not going to take this any further with you. But I was like, you're having a laugh. This group, I've got you all the information, had to sit there and take this, and I felt ill for my daughter and her crying her eyes out. And you're basically saying that you could nick me for doing this, and these bastards are getting away with it. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. And she ended up by saying, you know, I'm going to close the case now. And I said, it's already fucking closed. Like, what are you on about? You know, and you fucked up. You didn't even bother to let us know.
Bloody hell. It's unbelievable.
You know, and all that time you're thinking, I mean, all I could think of was, well, people were loving it. They were loving it, Chantal. They were lapping it up. They were using it to attack and be vulgar and make disgusting accusations and all sorts. Not one of them stopped to think there was a child in that fucking image who maybe could have been found. Who knows?
Yeah.
But there were people ringing up the police saying that Jupiter's an online troll and that that never happened and it's all lies and all this old shit. You know, shame on people. What the fuck is wrong with people?
It's sick, Moan. It's sick. Has that photo come up now, is it? Can you see
all they want to do is roam around calling other people nonces, but they want to let the real fucking nonces get away.
Yeah.
Just so they can have pops at people that they don't like.
Is Easy there? Mona, can you share stuff or read stuff at all? Because I can't do it, and I don't know if Easy's there. Or...
Oh, Easy is back. He is back.
Or if he's gone. Just if I gave you a name, if you'd read it, Easy, because I remember you saying you like helping and protecting and just raising awareness. If you can just Google and read it, Daniel Chapman, Chapman. If anyone can do that, because I had mentioned it plenty of times before, and now I'm a lot stronger after treatment.
I did go look for that. You put the channel up, didn't you?
Yeah, if you just type Daniel Chapman, Google Essex, if that helps, or Kiddie Fiddler, whatever you want to put up, it'll bring it up.
Daniel Chapman Seaman.
Just Daniel Chapman, it should bring it up. Or put Daniel Chapman Whitford.
Ex-head teacher.
Yeah, read that one, please, Moon, or Easy, if that's okay.
Oh, you're going to read it, Moon?
That's BBC, so I better not.
No.
Oh, it's a... Okay, there's Essex Live.
Yep, that'll be fine, Essex Live.
Okay, I'll see if I can get it up.
Pardon?
The article.
Okay, sorry, it's just my weak mind.
Okay. I think I've done that right. Easy?
Oh, okay. You want me to share?
Yep.
Sick bastard. Go on, look at this little sick bastard. My daughter's ex-teacher. Fucking
sick. My God.
I hate him.
So he was jailed in 2019. Who is already serving prison time for his crimes, has been banned from teaching. Well, I would think so.
Yeah, I can't see it to read it out, Moon. Otherwise, I can read it out. I can read it out if you don't want to. A former Essex head teacher who is already serving prison time for his crimes has been banned from teaching following a conduct panel held by Teaching Regulation Agency TRA. My screen's cracked, hang on. Alexander Martin, formerly known as Daniel Chapman, was a head teacher at the Hilltop Primary School in Wickford, Essex. In November 2019, he was jailed for 2.5 years for a series of horrific crimes, including having indecent images of children on his phone. Hang on a second. He was also put on the sex offenders register for 10 years, given a 10-year sexual harm prevention order, and banned from teaching for life. Earlier this month, the TRA held a panel to discuss Martin's future in teaching. Now, I've not read this. This is the first time for me. Wow.
Yeah.
Following the panel and the TRA judge declared that Martin, who had changed his name, should be banned from teaching immediately. The hearing decided that due to the level of trust of members of the public placed in teaching staff in society, crimes of such a nature were obviously tightly connected to Martin's line of work.
Yeah.
The offence Martin was found guilty of were very disturbing and directly involved children. Even though the offences weren't related to anyone at schools he was teaching at, the panel decided that Mr. Martin's behaviour in committing these offences partly engaged public and children protection issues. Well, that is absolutely disgusting. I've not done that before. I've not read that. Now, he was banned from their Hilltop as head teacher. Before that, he was a normal teacher at my daughter's school. He used to basically pick on the girls, segregate the girls, and make nice time on the carpet for the boys. And at the time, he was too nicey nice. Now, there's another one. If you look it up, it'll probably bring it Essex Live. I'll prove it. His name, I've said it before, is Stuart Bolton. STUARTBOLTON, South Woodham. Bring that one up as well. People want awareness when they're chucking around about pedos and all this shit. OLTON. South, just put South Woodham and it should bring it up.
Oops. Rugby club.
Yep.
I'll have to share again. Hang on.
Easy. If you're there, can you share for Moon, please?
Yeah.
Thank you, my love.
Thank you.
See if I can read it. Can you read this one, Moon? Because my screen's cracked.
Former Chelmsford Rugby Club, Stuart Bolton avoids jail for possessing indecent images of children. He hoarded over 100 images of children as young as 2. Oh, God. A former Chelmsford Rugby Club publicity officer has narrowly avoided being locked up. What the fuck?
I used to work with his wife. He lived next door to my friends in Cornwallis Drive, South Woodham Ferries. I know him personally. Carry on reading. This is hard to hear, but carry on. So everyone out there, stop fucking shouting. Everyone's pedos if you've got no proof.
Yeah. Avoided being locked up for possessing indecent images of children as young as 2 years old. Stuart Bolton, 67, of Cornwallis Drive, South Woodham Ferries, also engaged in a concerning online conversation with a lady in Germany who described herself and her daughter as sex slaves. He was arrested on June the 10th last year at his home after a warrant was executed by Essex Police. His computer was seized and analysed, and 158 images were discovered, some featuring girls as young as 2. Of those, 40 were branded Category A images, the most serious kind. He stepped down in the summer of 2017, was a long-term member of the fundraising committee, pleaded guilty to 3 counts of possessing indecent images on Friday, February 2nd at Chelmsford Magistrates Court. Bolton never worked with children during his time at the club. His membership has since been revoked. Richard Payne, chairman of the Rugby Club, issued a statement on the club's website today. He said, "The news of Stuart's conviction has shocked everyone at the club, and I would like to reassure all members that prior to today, the club management committee had no knowledge of the matter. At no time has Stuart been involved with the mini or youth sections of the club or held any positions involving contact with children. And the club takes its responsibility for the welfare of the children extremely seriously. And with assistance from the club's welfare officer, Elliot Zaga, all mini and youth coaches comply with the appropriate safeguarding requirements and guidelines. I hope the above statement has answered any questions you may have at this stage. But if you have any concerns about child welfare at the club, please contact me or Elliot Zaga in the first instance. And it goes on to say, prosecutor Charlotte Davidson said on June the 10th, a warrant was executed after information had been received about possible downloading of indecent images. All the images, 40 category A, 28 category B, and 90 category C, were found on the Lenovo desktop computer. The Cat A images featured females as young as 3 years old. Oh my God. And the C images featured females as young as 2. He also made searches for clear browser history and searched for terms teens, young teens, and schoolgirl. Jesus Christ. When he was interviewed, he answered no comment to all questions put to him. Yes, he's a fucking dirty coward. Defending
and that man. Go
Mm.
on, sorry, Mo. I didn't think you're still reading. Carry on.
Oh, defending. Oh, God. How can you defend that? Andrew Clouser told the court Bolton recognises the serious nature of his crimes. Well, he obviously doesn't, because he answered no fucking comment.
Yeah.
He said, I can reassure you that he recognises entirely and utterly the gravity of his offending. The offending took place over a short period of time. He stumbled into it through bizarre consequences. What?
Now, the worst thing is, he was living with his wife who used to work with me. His wife had her daughter living there with her newborn fucking baby, mate. And she chose to back him. She left where I worked and she backed her husband, mate. What wife does that? Yep.
What?
And he was living next door to my best mates in Cornwallis Drive, where their little girls used to play out in the garden. The whole lot of us were shocked when we found out. And because he done raising money for charity and done this, that, and the other, that's why we believe he got away with it. So that's 2 that have crossed my path. Now, if you look up that Jay Lang, anyone listening, if this stays up, this is the worst case in Essex history. You can either YouTube video it or get the article, but the interview's quite interesting on YouTube. Little bastard. Jay said to me, you can't kind of blame his mum and cut his mum off. Do you know what I mean? But this little shit had a missus and kids himself.
Oh, God.
This is what needs to be publicly aware out there.
Yeah. Did he pose as a girl?
No. Just if you look, it's JAYLANG. You can either get a YouTube video.
There must be 2 of them then.
He's
Canvey
got dark
Island
short hair.
Essex.
That's the one.
Yeah.
That's the one.
It says a man who posed as a teenage girl on social media to extract indecent images from young boys before blackmailing them has been jailed for 21 years. Jay Lang, 24, of Canvey Island, Essex, targeted at least 26 victims aged between 11 and 16. He drove one boy to a secluded location where he abused him. Police said they identified 220 potential victims, and a judge at Basildon Crown Court held their investigation as a tour de force. You are a predatory, manipulating and dangerous young man, said the judge, Samantha Cohen. You have wreaked havoc through the lives of 26 young men and their families. Wow. He set up accounts on Snapchat and Instagram using a pseudonym. But you see how easy it's become for
these predators.
Yeah, to just go in and pose. And people say, oh, they're going to make us have ID and digital ID. But do these cunts not realise that is why? You know, and it's not all about the government wanting to take over and screw you over. This is going to stop.
So do you get what I mean now, Moon? When people are chucking this word around all over, and I've had these people around me and around my daughter and pass through, and you know, there's no words. There's no words for it.
Yeah. But I think, Chantal, I just think in this day and age, people don't give a shit. Because all they want to do is say the nastiest things to get people to leave, social media.
Yeah.
So they're actually calling people who have suffered child abuse paedophiles. And they don't even stop and think just how disgusting that is. They don't care. They literally don't care. As long as they can call someone the worst thing ever, a fucking nonce. You can call someone a murderer, it's not as bad.
Yeah, yeah. And this is the thing, it is criminal to actually call somebody without any evidence a nonce or a pedo. Do you know what I mean? And all across YouTube, everywhere, that's all it seems to be now. And that's why I pulled back from it. I was like, I had to keep coming away and not losing the plot. And I thought, no, this will get out there, the awareness more and more. And, it made me feel sick with that last one, that I've cut his mum off. And I'm sorry. I know people say I shouldn't blame his parents, and I don't. But I don't want nothing to do with people in circles of anything to do with like that. It makes me feel sick. He had a missus and a newborn baby and a stepkid of his own. Do you know what I mean? And he was the nicest of nicest people. But as I've been told, this is how they get their victims. They're over nice. And it makes you feel vulnerable and dirty. Again, after everything I've been through with certain person, to then hear this and find this shit out, you think, like, what is wrong with me? Am I really that stupid and gullible?
No, but they're very fucking clever and they're very cunning. They're very believable. The way they manipulate, even make a child feel guilty. Like if you tell anyone something terrible is going to happen to you or your mum, and it's absolutely disgusting.
And I'm glad the press have put their names out there, their addresses, the whole lot.
Yeah.
With that Stuart Bolton one, I hadn't seen him or his wife for years, and I hadn't heard what had gone on, and then someone had told me about it. Well, with my brain damage, sometimes I forget people's faces, names, or situations. I felt sick. It had been a couple of years. Didn't know about it. I was in my local shop. Walked past. Oh, hi, Charlotte. How you doing, Charlie? Blah, blah. Yeah, I'm fine. How you your missus, I won't say her name, and stepdaughter, blah, blah. I literally walked past him when he got in the shop, got in my car, thought, hang on a minute. His face, there's something about his face. What's not ringing a bell? I clicked and I felt sick. I thought I've just stood there and talked to him and only just realised that he'd been pulled in for that. And I felt sick and I thought, what the fuck is wrong with my brain that I couldn't even calculate? Do you know what I mean? That this person had done this.
Yeah, but we had a neighbour, and when all that came out, we were like, what?
Yeah.
Couldn't believe it. They were like this happy couple with children and having their barbecues and stuff. Then, bang, that happened.
Yeah.
And you're literally like, fucking hell.
Yeah.
But, because they put one that had been released from prison. He got 13 years. He was released early. And they wouldn't house him in his own town.
Right.
So they housed him here. And they put him in I was in a small block of flats then. I'm not there now, but I was then.
Yeah.
And we were like, fuck's sake. Now, he shouldn't have been there.
Yeah.
But again, that's like a bittersweet thing. He shouldn't have been there because it's quite close. It was quite close to a school.
Yeah.
But the only thing was that nobody, it was all older people. There was no children in that block. So if he'd have gone anywhere else, it likelihood is that he would have been near children. So
these people need experimented on. Sorry, Moan, to interrupt you.
Yeah.
To say that. Stop animal testing and experiment on pedos and fucking terrorists.
But I had people actually speaking to me like fucking shit because I said that we used to keep an eye when the school came out, because it was odd that school time he was down in the communal garden.
Fucking pervert.
So and we had massive windows, so it's not like you've got to fucking go up and peek round the curtains, you know.
You didn't have to peep, you could literally see him and keep an eye on him.
Yeah, but I got absolutely tortured, and still you got your Billy Bobs, who's turned it into. Apparently I was giving food to this paedophile. I mean, where he even made that up, I haven't got a fucking clue. But no, we used to watch him because there was 4, 5, 6 of the flats were facing the road where the kids came through from school.
Mate, I'd be watching as well. I'd have cameras set up to be
filming.
Well,
apparently I was wrong to do that. I shouldn't have.
No,
I shouldn't have been doing. I was just nosy and interfering.
Wrong,
so
no, you're not wrong.
You know,
if more people did more stuff to make people aware, and they say they care for kids and protect them, there'd be more people acting like their neighbourhood watching spies. There'd be more people going around doing what they can to get these bastards. Because as you've seen, one only served a couple of years, the other one gets off, the other one gets 21 years. But what wasn't mentioned in that article, it was all linked with county lines as well, with that Jay Lang. This is where people need to wake up. Because when the interview, if you watch it on YouTube later, you'll see about it all, and it explains it's linked with county lines and different things. People need to wake the fuck up and see how deep, dark and dirty this world is getting.
It is, and the shocking thing is that the more that comes out, you suddenly realise that, God, I mean, you could be just a couple of doors away from someone getting up to this shit. There is... I don't think.
Do you know you're supposed to be every other door in your neighbourhood supposedly has links with paedophiles?
Oh my
God!
Fucking hell!
It makes you feel sick.
I've been campaigning against this for years and years and years, and
now do you see, Easy? It wasn't me, the fake account that tried shutting you down when you were exposing it. I need people to help me. When I mentioned it on Reels about exposing the teachers, exposing everything that I had records and evidence on so many.
But that's what I do, Chantel. But that's what I do.
No, Easy, listen, I know you do. Easy,
guess what I've had? I've had everybody putting at my house saying I'm a paedophile.
Easy. How do you see? I was told, fucking, for me on Wheels, shut up, do something about it yourself. Because all I heard about, without being horrible, was Muslim grooming gangs. And I said, well, what about the other kids where it's teachers,
all of it,
scout leaders, white, and I got told do something about it yourself.
I remember at the time, no, a lot of it was being spoke about at the time about the grooming gangs. I didn't know about it, but because
it's county lines and paedophilia with white males. You can look at the stats, and I know there's lots of girls suffered with these Muslim grooming gangs. It still goes on. We need to battle.
But the best thing people can do is
about. Go on.
It's paedophilia sees no colour. Paedophilia sees no colour. Yeah.
No, it doesn't.
And people need to be educated and vigilant. And if that means
it's county lines,
if that means just keeping an eye out the fucking window when there is a convicted paedophile and children are coming out of the fucking school. But he shouldn't have been there. But like I say, I'd rather he was there than be put in a block of flats where there's young families. So
the trouble is, Moon, right? I can't say too much because of the trust, but our communities don't care unless when it happens to their own child. Otherwise,
you,
they
Evie.
can't be fucked. Now, if you go look at the Sikh awareness, they do awareness every Friday afternoon,
Yeah, yeah,
and they are packed to the rim.
yeah.
And it's just and it's been a plan from the government, to be fair, from the Blairites.
Listen, Easy, I've been shut down on this. As I've said, someone somewhere needs to cover this, look into it with me, and see it goes down to county lines. They don't just groom the youngsters. What happened to me when the police came, said they fed intelligence that I'd been cuckooed. I didn't know what it meant, that it's all ages. Yeah. So it is going down to county lines, because I
Well,
watched
if you
Gangster
watch
Times.
Chartel, you could do a show with me on Sunday and about it on my other
I'd
channel.
love to, Easy, because on Gangster
But
Times,
then I need to be serious about, because
I'm being
there's
serious.
people you're with just like the people like Kermit's are putting out I'm a paedophile and things like that.
No, I'm being serious,
Yeah.
Easy. We put it to bed. I'm sick of it all. I'm sick of seeing people chuck it all around. And well, you speak to this person, so you can't speak to that person. Look, I'm only one person that's given you three
I'm just
people that
making a
have
drink,
passed my
ladies. Just making a drink.
yeah, that has crossed my path that are paedophiles.
Yeah, but they're calling Easy that every day, Chartel, for months and months and months, just because he spoke about these things. And you have to ask why. And I had that happen to me as well. I was intimidated into shutting my mouth. And that was by a woman who's a fucking mother.
Yeah, yeah.
Literally intimidated.
Abused. I know children that have been sexually abused that have been in my life and what's gone on, and I'm not shutting up. Let people who cover the Muslim grooming gangs like Tommy Robinson do his bit, but I'm all about now not being shut down and coming out and exposing all these people how they do it, because those three that have crossed my path, if I ever see them, and I don't care if this is recorded or clipped, I'd do time for them. I do time for them. Bestiality as well. These dirty, sick bastards claiming because they raise money for charity and do good work, this is how they get away with it. Nah, there's only one thing that's needed. That's castration. And I ain't talking chemical castration.
Yeah, but it's like some of you are just not allowed to discuss those sort of things. But there are other people who claim that they are pedo hunters. And I mean, I had another lady on here sent me information of this one that was on the run in my town.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm going to keep an eye out.
Yeah,
At the time, I lived near the railway station, so I was in a good position and
got clear view. Yeah.
Yeah. But you know, it was fine for them to ask me to do that. But then for, like I say, this other woman who kicked off something chronic because I said I was keeping an eye out. You know, I was intimidated and made to feel like fucking shit for doing the right thing.
Well, Moon,
just because they were a fucking troll who just wanted everyone to sit and giggle along. I don't find it funny. It's serious.
No, I was going to start up a new channel and try and look at. I've been looking into stuff, thinking about calling it UK Watch, working with a lot of other people. But I need people even on YouTube to be serious. I can't be dealing without being all these ones that are chucking it back and forward, calling people supposedly nonsense pedos. Because the amount of victims, like I said, if you watch later on when Easy comes back, if he could play the little YouTube video, he won't get struck for it. That'll bring it more to home. Easy, I know you're making a drink. Are you back yet, you dickhead? Come on. I know you're listening, Easy. It takes you 2 minutes to get from your cup back to your computer. 5.
Making a coffee.
4. He can hear us though, because he's like Esau. He's always banging his pots and pans about, or doing his washing up or something.
He's on mute.
No, he's probably getting his talcum powder out for his gimp suit, Moon. Now he'll come back. Fuck off.
Yeah, you've had it now. You're in for it now.
Just drink, Easy, if you're listening. I made you YouTube famous. I love you.
But there was a concerted effort on here to silence people. They were
Yes.
actually more angry that we'd reported the Discord thing to the police. They were really banking on the fact that we hadn't, and and actually we had. And I was blackmailed for my
What?
crime reference number. Oh yeah, that was all going on as well, Chantel. So I had a conversation with Kaylee. We were
Right.
talking at the time. One of
Right.
those conversations was about attempted suicide. I
What?
told her what happened to me when I was 13 years old. So it's a pretty private, confidential conversation with someone who I should have been able to trust.
Yeah.
And she got all involved with the Discord thing. And
Right.
there was countless videos being made. And she was then threatening, how about, do you remember the message? Do you remember the conversations we had, Moon, about suicide? Yeah, do you remember that? So basically, if you don't give me that crime reference number or give it to my police officer, I'm going to put out your private messages. I had to say,
Wow.
put them out. Put them out.
Wow.
Put them out. You're not having it. Fuck off. Put them out. Do what you like.
No wonder nobody trusts no one, Moon. This is what I
Yeah.
said, and Easy will back me
Yeah.
here. Even when me and Easy have fallen out for the last couple of months over whatever it was, the stupid things, calling me a whore, people causing shit, he knows I never would put his number out. Anything we've talked about, apart from one thing we talked about, but I'll mention it when Easy comes back. But even like anyone else I've fallen out with, I haven't given people's numbers out. I don't share them.
Yeah.
I won't retaliate with putting people's messages back out because I've had it done to me. I might row with people, but even when I'm going to say it, Hoof-Hearted has put all this bullshit about me on his community wall, I've never retaliated with anything that I've got. I just let these people fuck off and get on with it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But did you get now that thing that I showed you with all those pedos where I said the police had failed you and let you down and they're letting down these victims?
Yeah, they did. They did. And it was just horrendous because then it was, it's all Jupiter's fault for coming on and talking about it. And that's why the police closed it. But that isn't why the police closed it. They closed it and the words are, I've still got the email, lack of image evidence is what it said. Image evidence, which no one was going to be able to fucking provide. So my question was, why did you put everyone through that with statements, giving their names, addresses, statements, when you fucking knew that you weren't going to do nothing? You knew you weren't going to do nothing because you weren't going to ever get those images.
Have you thought about reporting it to another police station, another police
area? I spoke to mine as well.
Right, okay.
But because Met was already dealing with it, they couldn't interfere. But after I'd done my complaint, I spoke to mine again. I said, right, this is what has happened. They weren't very happy either, to be honest. They said they could understand, why I was pissed off.
Yeah.
But that's all you get, we get it. But unfortunately, you always get that word, don't you? Unfortunately.
Yeah.
But if we look at it another way.
Do you know why? Because this is what the paedophile hunters are so skin tight with their evidence. They will keep the evidence, and where it's shown blind, they will take notice. Because of that, because it's just catch-22, you would get charged for having images.
Yep.
They say you shouldn't have them. And then...
that's what they tried with me. That's what I was saying.
And I can't believe they couldn't track nothing back. I can't believe it. Just can't believe it.
Bullshit.
Well, they told me that it would be no problem because Discord were very welcoming and blah, blah, blah. So somewhere along the line, mixed in with all the cunts who were ringing the police, saying that it was all made up, it didn't happen, it was all a lie. It was me and Jupiter, but they failed to mention the other women who had also put in police reports.
To interrupt you, just before I forget, have you got all the people's names? Don't say them on here that interfered with that ongoing investigation at the time.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So the police, obviously, like as we know, are aware, even though they've been on YouTube saying they've done this, that, and the other. The police will have record as well of these trolls, as I'm going to say, that interfered with an investigation.
There was four main people who were emailing and ringing the police, and they even came on here and uploaded their videos of them speaking to the police.
Stupid people.
It's all bullshit. Jupiter was a troll. Blah,
Stupid
blah, blah.
people, because they've interfered in something where these children have been abused, and I hope they're proud of themselves.
Yeah, they don't care. They don't care because their hatred for another human being on the internet outweighed capturing a fucking paedophile.
Yeah,
that's how sick they are.
Easy. Call this stream on Sunday, UK Watch.
Okay,
I'm up for it.
I'm going to have a think about it if I do it or not, because I decided this subject is no place for YouTube.
Then I can do it on my own channel. Then I'll do it on my own channel.
I'll do it. No, do you know what? I'll do it on mine. Actually, I might.
No, easy. If you're worried because your channel.
No. Listen,
come to me.
Listen, I'll get an activist to come on. She's from America, and
okay.
She's an activist, and I'm not saying whether I know her, but I control that group where we spread awareness and social services. I've got about 2,000 people in there.
Right.
So see, this has been the problem though, Chantel, with Easy as well. Sorry to interrupt, Easy, but I've got to say it, right? Because it's Easy, and all of a sudden, let's all hate on Easy. He couldn't open his mouth about anything. Now, there's videos and memes and discussions where they're on a daily basis calling Easy a fucking paedophile, and he's obsessed with child sex and all this, which is absolutely fucking disgusting. Yep. So what they managed to do then is intimidate Easy into not talking about it, which is what they tried to do to me as well.
Yeah.
Because there's only so many times you can be called that.
So I'm just reading Lodger's comments. Guys, do you know the National Crime Agency take the lead in a lot of this stuff? They're a different proposition. I know, Lodger, I know. But there's a lot of bent, corrupt police, professional standards, IOPC or whatever they're called, politicians. We know all of this. It's a big cover-up. And I'm glad as well. If you want to check a channel, Easy, bingo, just remembered, Gary Waterman. Okay, I've been posting on my community page, ex-police officer of 18 years, who's doing the same thing, gone through Company's House. A lot is linked with MPs, Robert Maxwell, Ghislaine Maxwell, Madeleine McCann. There's a kid in care at the moment. I think she's 23 months old. He's put the police things up. Yeah. Thank you for looking. But if you keep an eye on him, he's somebody else, Easy, that we could reach out to because he needs a lot of help.
Yeah.
See, he should have demanded to be put through to an officer because basically he was just speaking to the control room. All they do is take the call. They're not police officers.
Yeah.
So it's no good saying, oh, you know, so you're not going to do nothing. He should have been put through to an actual police officer. It's no good weighing in on the fucking
control room,
the call handler.
I think he's got a lot of frustration.
They're just members of. I know, but they're just members of the public, like you and I, who log a call.
Yeah.
You know, you have to go through to an actual police officer.
Of course you do.
But like I was saying, this Met one, she was just a DC something.
No, DC detective chief. Was she? Was she not a PCSO plastic copper. Was she?
No,
what's it
hang on, I'm
called?
going to see if I can find the email. I should have them here.
Like a special. Was she a special?
No, because when I looked and I said to Dukes, fucking hell, she's not even a fully trained police officer.
Fucking hell. What is going on?
Oh,
what is going on?
T/DC training.
Training. Or no, that's temporary detective chief.
Temporary. Sorry, yeah.
Hang on, TDC.
T/DC.
Temporary detective chief. What the fuck?
Yeah. It's T/DC.
That's temporary detective chief.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Fucking hell.
Yeah.
And that was the Met.
Yeah.
And you reported it and fuck all was done. You went above them to the IOPC and it was covered up and shushed up.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. Do you realise we've got a big battle on our hands, guys, don't you, with all of this?
Of course.
Then we can't afford to let anybody shut us down then. If the police won't do their job, it looks like we've got to do it for them then, doesn't it?
There's a lot of people being shut down, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
A
lot of anarchy in the UK.
There's a group actually out and out social workers have taken commission for putting people in care for no reason.
Forced adoptions.
Mm-hmm. They get every time they do it, they get £3,000 payment.
How much?
Sorry?
How much?
They get commission for putting them in and that's the truth.
Fuck.
I've seen somebody out, they've got a Facebook group, and they've been outing them. Yeah. Finding out. So I don't know where they're getting their information from, but they do that. But I stay away from that, but because of that, it's for the people who are in the know for that.
Well, I've got nothing to lose, easy. So
I
just will share awareness for it.
And it was the IOPC. I've got all the emails. I am the officer who has appointed as complaints handler to review your recent submissions submitted to the IOPC. I should be making contact with a senior officer to make contact with you. They will be in a position to discuss the matter, your reference, blah, blah, blah. But it was her that rang me. Her.
Can you say the name, or would you rather not me?
I can put it in the back.
Yeah, please. Let me have a look. Thank you. Thank you. Wow. Wow. And since I'm here, let us not forget Lee Rigby either.
Yeah.
No. A lot of people have been doing a lot of things. I've just seen some other video actually. Well done for the people.
Rest in peace, Lee Rigby.
Yeah.
Gone but not forgotten, sweetheart, in the arms of the angels.
I think that the two things that's rattled me in this country. Three things actually. Well, four things I should say actually. Manchester.
Any more? 5, 6, 7,
London,
8?
Manchester bombings. Stephen Lawrence and Lee Rigby. And Anthony Walker as well. Yeah. They're the ones that have really shocked me. It shook me.
How about Sarah Everard? Let's not please forget Sarah Everard.
Yeah, as well.
Yeah.
There's quite a few actually have shook me.
Failed by police. Police are falling. Police are now scared of auditors.
Are they falling or are they choosing to fall?
No, they're falling easy and they're going to fall. So the good cops better step up fucking and rattle out the bad cops fast.
No good. Well, there is
We've got an early general election being called as well. Do you know that?
Well, yeah, but I think up north, they need to reform the police forces up north, I tell you. They're corrupt.
Newcastle and Northumbria police are a fucking good unit.
Northwest are not.
No, not Greater Manchester police, certainly
Or
not. It's all
Scottish
in the
police
public
either.
domain.
Not Scottish police either. No. They're very corrupt. Especially a lot of incidences have happened up north. I think in London and the south they do act quite quickly.
Yeah, but can you imagine with these police, Easy, the ones that are working side by side with these other coppers that are bent, do they sit back and watch it? Do they call it out and wish threats on their family? Or they turn a blind eye?
Well, that President Dick, that Dick person, she said...
Cressida, yeah.
She said they haven't vetted any policemen when they joined the forces, and the school teachers as well.
Look, I tell you now, I come across a copper that told me, whether it's bullshit or not, when I had my problems going on, that he'd actually had a criminal record and you can still be employed by the police. And I was like, what the fuck is going on?
I mean, look how many rapes are being done by policemen.
Yeah. Yeah. All we've got to do is, I mean, if you put up Essex police, it's crazy. MPs linked with police, linked with different things. It's deep, it's out there, and they want to shut people down. I mean, look at Mayor Toosey now, since he's become quite big, the threats that he's getting.
You're breaking up, Doctor.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, he is getting terrible threats.
Who's that?
Mayor Toosey.
Mayor Toosey.
Oh, God, he got tapped 3 times this weekend, didn't he?
We are the media.
Your mic's going, son. Your mic's going. Let me see if I can do it, I think. Oh, she's gone out. The trouble is, I know Shunter's got goodwill and everything, but on here, you're battling with the trolls, other people, and maybe people we don't know who are in that wide inclined.
Yeah, that's the problem, and I think, like, after over a year of just constant non-stop abuse, over something that wasn't to do with anyone else, to be honest. But I still say, and Jupiter knows my views on it, it should never have been brought on here. I still can't get my head around that. But once it was, for people then to, their first reaction was to start calling people liars and ringing up police and getting in a fucking tizzy. It was
I
the
think,
whole thing was,
I think she was in shock something could do that to her, and she didn't know what to do, to be fair, I reckon, and she just done
it. Because hindsight is 20/20, isn't it? So you probably think, yeah, well, I will know better next time. But even so, it should never have. I mean, it was instant pile-on. Nobody even wanted to know anything about the welfare of this child. It was instant attacks of you're lying and all this bollocks. Well, that's unfortunately what was going to happen when you bring that sort of thing to a bunch of fucking horrible cunts on YouTube.
I must admit,
but do you expect people to react like that? I mean, I wouldn't.
How's my mic?
Better.
Sorry.
I mean, we even, like Kaylee ringing up the police, she was another one. And then she's coming on saying that it affected her. It was her business and it affected her and demanding...
I'll tell you what affected her. I'll tell you what affected me. Affected her. It affected me, her having my indecent image. I'll tell you, revenge porn, that affected me.
How did you get that? How did they get that then?
Brian Hell, mate, sent it to everybody. Cameras that I had up filming me in the building. Revenge porn.
Oh my God.
God, I got away with that. So.
Well, lucky you didn't get it then. There's a lot of people got it and apologised to Jay.
I'm only joking, Judge. I'm trying to make like it's not nice. No.
Oh, no.
It's disgusting.
It's a good job I've got a good bloke.
But, you know, that goes on. I mean, there's someone on here, right, whose fucking butter wouldn't melt in its mouth. No shit. You know, it's everybody's favourite fucking person. Oh, my God. Asked me if I wanted the video of a woman fiddling with herself in the fucking shower. And I'm like, no. No, I don't. Why are you... Yes, asking me if I wanted to see this video of this lady fiddling with herself in the shower. They're all passing it around each other. She'd been revenge porned by this guy, and they're all passing it around. And this sweet and innocent person who everyone thinks so fucking wonderful. Yeah, so when I say that these people were up to nasty, horrible shit, they were up to nasty, horrible shit. And that's why I fucked off. But you're not allowed to, are you? You're the bad person. But no, I'm like, no, thank you.
Wow.
Why have you got it? Why are you looking at it?
Highly illegal. That is so highly fucking illegal.
Yep.
Who was asking you to look at that, Bruno? You don't want to say?
Oh, I won't say on here. I'll tell you in private. Because you know what happens. You know what happens.
Oh, right.
These people are the special protected ones, and you're not allowed to say a word about them, even though they're disgusting, appalling, horrible fucking people. You know what it's like. I'll tell you, easy in private, exactly what happened.
Okay. Oh, God.
I mean, you should look up the sentence Stephen Bear got for doing that to that girl from The Only Way Is Essex. Do you know what I mean? In Chancel Crown Court.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I just muted up because I was crackling.
Oh, your mic's gone again. Chantel, we've got to sort you out a different mic.
Hang on. Now?
That's better. What is it? The connection? The mic or the connection in the phone?
I think it's connection in the phone, Moan.
Ugh. Pain in the arse, isn't it?
Yeah. How'd you like my photo, guys?
Hang on, I can just about see it. I'll try and make it bigger. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. Who are you with?
Hey?
Who's that you're with?
Easy might know who it is. Easy, do you recognise her?
Oh, look.
That was quite a few years ago. Ignore the dark hair. Only Way Is Essex, isn't it?
Oh, that.
Oh, that's why I didn't know who it was. I've never watched
Chloe, is it?
anything like that.
You got Easy?
The bad plastic. The plastic girl.
How dare you say that about her?
She is. It was terrible, wasn't it? Her nose, her mouth. It's like ridiculous. It's
Well,
like
most
I've got a
women
nice
are like
one
that
of
now.
I've got a nice one of me and Jamie O'Hara. Wee-hee.
oh, you don't like Jamie? Oh, he's a twat.
He's not a twat.
Chantel,
yeah.
You can't talk about other men. Easy gets well jelly.
No. He's
You do.
look on the radio. He's an idiot. He's an arse-licking idiot.
Don't mention women. I like women as well. So you're all right, Easy. What do you think about Angelina Jolie?
Who?
Oh, she's fucking gorgeous.
Who?
Angelina Jolie.
Angelina Jolie.
Yeah, she's okay. You know, I think Jennifer Lopez looks good for her age.
Oh, mate, she's.
Oh, I love AJ.
She's really
Isn't she ambassador at the UN or something? I know her and Brad give millions in foreign aid.
I wonder if she'd be brought to court for evidence against P. Diddy.
Oh.
Here
we go. My mate years ago did P. Diddy's carpet in his boat out in Monte Carlo, I think it's called. He lives in New Zealand now. How's that going? And I can prove it. I'm not trolling.
I wonder if he knows anything.
As Cheryl Cole's got older, she's even more prettier.
Oh, she's lovely. Yeah, she's lovely.
Who's that?
Cheryl Cole.
Oh, Cheryl Cole is absolutely gorgeous.
Just her personality's terrible, isn't it?
But I'm a big fan of tattoos. I've got 8 tattoos, but I really didn't like that massive body tattoo she had done.
Who?
I hope Cheryl Cole.
Don't tell me you've got tattoos, Moon. I don't want to know that.
Oh, I've got 8 tattoos.
Yeah, I've got 1, 2, 3,
Do you like
5.
tattoos?
I love tattoos. I love piercings.
I've had my piercings, some of them taken out, actually, Moon.
I did as well. Yeah, absolutely the same. So I kept my tongue bar and my eyebrow one, but all the others gone.
I've took my belly button out. I've took my nipple out. My tongue bar's gone. And my downstairs is gone. So I'm actually piercing free at the moment. No, my nose.
Yeah, my nose, my lip. But the belly button one, fucking hell, that was always getting caught on the jeans button, and it's a complete pain in the ass, that one. That's gone.
I've got my nipples done. It was buy one, get one free at the time.
Oh, no, I never had my bits pierced, no.
Chantel thought that was an aphrodisiac for her, wasn't it?
I'm
quite happy with the tongue bar.
That's
Him
why she had
the tongue bar.
Yeah, well, I bet you like the tongue bar, Moon.
Yeah, definitely.
So I just keep muting up every time I crackle, and I'm just waiting for them to come up.
Right, ladies, I'm going to come back about 10 o'clock because I'm going to have something to eat. Oh, no, I've got to send something off by email.
All right.
An invoice
All
off.
right.
Yeah, I'll be back at 10 if anybody's around. I'm going to go through.
Yeah, well, I am sub to Chantel, and I've got notifications on. So if you do go live, Chantel, I'll know all about it. All right, thanks for the chat. Thank you. Bless you.
Bye. Take it easy.
Bye.
In a bit. Bye all.